So today in this video, we're going to be looking at a problem like this, okay, where we're using the financial app, the finance solver on the Nspire, and basically we want to come up with this calculation, okay. So to use the finance solver, we're going to push menu, choose option 8, which is finance, and choose option 1, okay. So these, I believe, are already preloaded in, so that's not good. Let me just delete these out, okay. And let's go back to the problem itself. So the problem says Alexis, or maybe Alexi, I guess depending on how you want to pronounce that, invests 80,000 Russian rubles. Okay, so we've got 80,000 as our principal. The bank that it's being deposited into offers 3% interest per year, compounded quarterly, right? How much does Alexis have in the bank after 6 years? So if we go to the finance solver, right, what's nice about this is at the bottom it kind of tells you what the screen or the part of the solver that you're in is actually what the input needs to be. Okay, so N is really the number of years. I know it says number of payments, but number of years in this problem is 6 years. It's 3% compounded quarterly. Okay, so N is 6 for us. The interest rate, this is as a percentage, not as a decimal, so that's 3. The present value, this is the principal, and so we put that in as a negative, just, and the reasoning is that, hey, we're giving the bank $80,000, okay, so that's why it's negative. We're giving that away. Payment, this is just if you have more payments that you're making during the time. We don't. Future value is what we want to solve for, so we'll go back and fill that in a second. Payments per year, right? Well, that's actually 0. And the compounding periods, the interest is actually paid 4 times a year. So I believe we're all good to go with this. Let me just double check. So, okay, 6 years, 3% interest, putting in 80,000, no additional money, and we want the present value. So I'm just going to push enter now, and it gives 95713.08. That looks very good because that is actually what's here also. Okay, so here's another way to think about it. You can do it either way, but it's good to know that finance solver. It's very powerful, and that's what this video is on. Okay, so let's look at part B, which is, okay, now calculate how long it takes for his original amount of money to double. Okay, so now this changes things a little bit. So basically we want to know when does the 80,000 turn into 160,000, right? So I'm going to go back into that solver, menu 8, 1. Things should be stored. Now here's the thing. We're going to actually put this in as 160,000 because we want things to be doubled, and we're actually going to solve for N, right? So if I go over here, highlight and keep everything else the same and push enter, this is going to give 23.19, okay? 23.19. So if we look, sorry, here we go. This is part B, right? So there's 2 ways you could do this. You could either fill out this equation. Future value is equal to 80,000 times 1 plus 3 divided 0.03, excuse me, is 3 divided by 100. We're dividing by 4 to make that a quarterly rate. And then this is 4 times N because N is our time period, right? If we do this, we have to graph it or use NSolve in the finance app. It's a little bit faster, and so our answer is 23.19 years. So it'll occur, a little bit after 23 years. Okay? So I hope that was helpful, and there will be other videos, right? Other videos discussing different things to do with this app. This was just really using the compound interest feature, nothing besides putting an amount of money in, have a fixed interest rate, have a different number of potentially compounding times per year, and coming up with either a future value, which we did in part A, which was 95,713, Or if we want a certain future value, solving for n, which is how long it will take to get to that value. Okay, but just remember also, this present value you're going to put it in as a negative because you're actually giving that money away. The future value comes out as positive because that's what you're receiving back. Okay, hope that was useful, and I'll see you on another video.